Hey everyone, so just wanted to say I apologise for not uploading anything recently. The first week and a half to first week and a half or so of me not uploading was just me being, to be honest, kind of lazy, just procrastinating, playing games and just playing, other games and just, I don't know, I was just again being a bit lazy, and I kind of just enjoyed, I guess, just sort of chilling out a bit. And after that, the hot weather came in, and I literally couldn't record because, well, I'd have to have the fan on. Not that it did much, because it was blowing hot air in my face, but it was just so hot. I did not want to sit in my room, record, and just melt, basically. And then after that, I had to, there was some personal issues with a family member, so had to, get through that. Thankfully, she's better now. It was, Mum had a bit of a rough time, but she's on the up now. So, thankfully, yeah. Now that she's on the up, found the time to record, and I'm gonna do the next episode in the Using Every Fighter series in Undisputed 3. Next up is Cyrille the Snake Diabate, and I just looked up some of this guy's highlights because I knew he was a vicious striker. I knew he was a really good striker, and I just want to look up his highlights because I've never actually seen him fight. And I thought, okay, well, I like to play fighter sim, but there's quite a few fighters who I don't actually know how to play proper sim because I've never actually watched many clips of them. I say a lot of fighters. There's a few fighters that I haven't really seen much at all on. A lot of fighters quite a few fighters I've seen clips on, and there's a few select ones. Well, pretty much since I started watching the UFC full-time again back in 2012, 2013, is everyone from that era I can simulate pretty accurately, and especially as I've gotten older as well and gotten more hardcore, shall we say. Not that I'm trying to gatekeep or anything, I'm just saying by definition, hardcore by just watching more and all that. But yeah, Cyrille's definitely not one of those fighters. So I looked at his highlights and holy shit, this guy is vicious. His clinch knees are absolutely just fucking so painful. Probably make anyone not a fighter spill their guts up. I mean, I don't know how some of these fighters he fought took so many of them. I mean, I'd be out after one. I'd fucking tap immediately. I wouldn't even accept the fight unless they offered me a ludicrous amount of money. Even then, I would have to think about the possible after effects and whether I would even be the same person after that. I mean, there's a good chance that he takes my liver completely out, Bas Rutten style. But dude, this guy's knees, and especially from the clinch, oh my god, honestly, kind of Vanderlei-esque. It's vicious. So, sorry. I'm going to head right into a match here. We're going to go in the UFC. I thought about Pride, but then I thought, I'll stick with UFC Pride only. I'll stick to doing Pride with Pride fighters. And if a fighter's in the UFC pushes the game, I'll go in the UFC. So let's go to the blue corner. Just going to do a 5-rounder. None of that's really stopped me before, I don't think. But hey, I guess we'll go blue round. We'll go blue from here on out. Blue corner if we're fighting a. Then again, he's counted as a champion though, I think. Or is he? Fuck it, I don't know. We'll just go. We'll go red corner, whatever. Middleweight, I think. Ultimate Sim. Let's see. Is he here? Where are you, Mr. Diabate? My friend. He might be actually. I think he's light heavyweight. No, he might be middleweight. Is he? I can't remember. No, I think he's light heavyweight. All right. Actually, that makes sense. I just watched a video of him fighting Bisping back in a long time ago. He was light heavyweight. Oh, Bisping was light heavyweight there, so it makes sense. And that was in Cage Warrior. So let's find Mr. Diabate. There he is. Look at his strike. I do remember his strikes being high. 85 standing strikes, 85 standing kicks. I honestly think his clinch strike should be a little higher. Grappling, of course, that's a weakness of Diabate in the game. And, he was definitely a striker first. He had a kickboxing record, I think. And it shows, in that, he definitely didn't have, for at least going by the game, he definitely didn't have a super, his ground game did not match his striking. But again, that's, how many fighters do you get of one speciality that have another area which is just as good? It just very rarely happens. And I did actually see Diabate get a few arm bars when he was rolling, but they look smooth. But yeah, again, definitely if you're going to point out a weak point of Diabate's game, it's got to be the grappling. But we are going to use that striking to our advantage and try and keep it on the feet. Not great takedown defense, though, only 69, so we're going to have to see what we can do. I don't know who I'm going to face. Let's see if I've got any high-rated calves, maybe, that we can fight on. I could fight out. Ooh, actually, let's see, because we've got a lot of real fighters here, so let's see who we could pick. I mean, the fantasy calves we're not going to fight, unless it's Dickweed, but, to be honest, I'd rather fight a real fighter in this one. Could go Cormier. Or Rockhold, perhaps, I'm not sure. That's a tricky one. You know what? Let's go Johnny Walker, another striker. Admittedly, this is kind of I need to lower his stats a bit because it's kind of a bit. This is like absolute maximum hype train Johnny Walker right here. But you know what? We'll go with it. I am gonna have to lower him at some point though. But by the way, I will have some universe mode updates soon. I promise. It's gonna be worth the wait. Promise you, it's gonna be worth the wait. I will post an update on my community channel when the time is ready, which shall be pretty soon. Let's go random. I don't really care, random rep, whatever. Hopefully Yamasaki, you know, let it be a warrior. All right, I'll be back with you when we get into the fight. I wish I could update Johnny's hair a little bit to be more accurate, but I don't think there's like a sort of halfway haircut, but I don't think there's one that fits his modern or his current look. But we'll see. I'll actually have a look around. We'll see what we get. Let's walk with that flamboyant entry. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep the intros or if you want me to skip them. I'm going to skip them for now, but in future, just let me know what you prefer. I don't mind doing either. And because Johnny and Walker is a preset name in the game, Buffer will actually pronounce it, which is pretty cool. So I'll let this one play out just so you can hear it. 66205, London, England. There is no Ireland, so I picked England. There, he trains out of SPG Island now, which is pretty cool. Lives in the same country as me now, and yeah, it's a cool guy, man. I still love Walker. Well, I mean, I still root for. I still believe in Walker is what I should have said. I've loved that guy since I first saw him fight, man. He's so wacky, so wild, but holy shit, he has power. Yeah, I still believe in him, man. For sure, you know. He's got some holes in his defense, but boy, that offense, while you know, as long as he's on his feet, you got to be careful. If he can tighten up that defense, you know, I think that he's got to find a bit of a balance between, you know, wildness and defense, because you're too what? Why is hold on? Something on my screen here. Oh well. Yeah, you've got to find that balance, because I think Johnny does sometimes leave himself too open. But as we saw, that man can generate incredible power with the elbows against Ryan Spann. All right, let's see what we can do. We are going to immediately look to target that body and drain the gas tank. Let's go to the body. Let's see if he has it. Oh, he's got a flying knee. Okay, so no standing knees. As far, maybe he's got a... Maybe he has... There we go. He's got that knee. The dodge knee. Let's get in the... Ooh, nice. Let's see if we can get in the clinch here. Let's go low. I like that. Johnny, look like good. Johnny going for the head kicks. Good job blocking there. Go low. Let's back up a little bit. Switching stances. Johnny go over the clinch. Of course, we saw Walker against Khalil Roundtree in his UFC debut. That was a vicious one. Elbow from the tie clinch. And you know you've got to be able to generate some serious power to knock somebody out with one elbow. I remember hearing that Walker walked around at 240 on a diet, which is kind of insane. I mean, we know he's massive, but he must cut a lot of fucking weight. I still want to see him against John Jones. Although, I do think, you know, John would... see, during his, like, peak, I was absolutely 100% in. Like, in terms of, I mean, when he was on, you know, when he was on the rise. And I guess he still is, but when he was on that initial hype train, I was 100% on the train that Johnny Walker was going to beat John Jones. Yeah, that came crashing down. when Johnny did. But it's just, he's massive. He's got so much power. I would still like to see it, but I don't know, just because Johnny's so unpredictable. And Johnny's one of those fighters where he might not be the most technically skilled everywhere, but he's got that unpredictability. He's got that power, and he does have skill on the feet. It's just he applies it in an unorthodox way. I want to get in that clinch here. There we go. Oh, we knocked him down. We're going to let him up. We don't want to mess with the ground game here. See if we can follow up the head kick. Oh, good job blocking there. See if we can set that jab off. There we go. Go low. Beautiful. Get that dodge knee going to the body. Head kick. Oh, good job blocking. Covering his bases there. Really good job not allowing me to get in that clinch. Oh, wow. Look at that. Johnny going for a flying knee. Okay, first round. Pretty even. I mean, he landed some good shots. I think I might have done more damage, but still, you never know. Johnny, it doesn't, no matter how much damage you do to him, just takes one. By the way, I love how based on if you give a fighter hooks from half guard, when you get when you rock them and you're standing over them, your ground and pound will your ground and pound punches will be will change depending on the move you give them from that position, which is fucking awesome, and I love that detail. So I believe I gave him strong punches, and therefore his ground and pound looks a lot like Walker's in real life, which I'm really happy with. I really like how that's in the game. I did just see the ESBC development update earlier today. It looks good. So I love the attention to detail. I love the passion that the team has. I do think the animation blending still needs some work, but again, it's early footage, it's work in progress. I'm pretty sure that will be smoothed out by release date. I do think there needs to be more weight behind the punches, and there needs to be more follow through, but a little bit more follow through. Like, they have follow through, but I think it needs to be refined a little bit more. And Walker coming out strong. Wow, hold on. Let's see if we can get a clinch here. Beautiful. Hold on. Okay, this is where we want to be. Hold on. And I would like to see camera options. Oh, beautiful job. Johnny got us down. Yeah, I would like to see multiple camera options. They're not bad, but I would like to see more. Like, I'd get used to it for sure, but it would be cool if there was more. Oh, Johnny. Let's get back to our feet. Oh, good job. Get the side control now. Johnny's got an advantage on the ground here. See if we can reverse that. Yep. Okay, we've got to be careful of the... Okay, back to our feet. The other thing I would like to see the impacts. They both look hard and soft. It's odd. I think maybe there could be a better visual feedback, perhaps. And maybe the sound... See, it's tricky, right? Like, do you want to go for natural sound effects, or do you want to go for punchy sound effects? This game goes for punchy sound effects. Obviously, what you hear with the punches in this game and the strikes do not sound like real life, but they sound very punchy, and they're not so unrealistic that... Well, they're not realistic as to what you hear to punches per se, because obviously punches are a lot softer. Well, they're not softer, but they sound... They don't sound as punchy in real life. I mean, they could sound slappy if it's a kick, but usually they don't sound like that. They're thuddy. I suppose what Undisputed does, it's thuddy, but a little bit different. It's a bit more punchy thuddy, if that makes sense. The sound is a little different to what you get in real life, but I think it's not so unrealistic that it pulls you out of the game. Like, it stays in that realm of... It's a bit like hyper realistic, shall we say, in that it's sort of exaggerated, but it still sounds good, and most importantly, it sounds satisfying. And at the end of the day, I think you do have to make a little bit of a trade-off in games for realism, or for gameplay. But I think what the biggest challenge is how... Oh, shit. We're going to clinch up. Okay. The biggest challenge is how do you maintain that balance between realism and gameplay. So, and that goes for all elements of the game: sound effects, visual effects, and of course how the game plays. But I think, see, like I now Undisputed, they've got it goes black and white. What I think in a video game, I think it really depends, right? What you want to go for. But what I love, I am all for realism, but at the same time, I do like it when there's, you know, when they sort of move away from the realism a little bit to indicate certain things of the game, like you're hurt. Because I actually think they can be done in a really cool and sometimes even cinematic way, depending on how it looks. But yeah, not that I have a problem if it's not super cinematic. I just, you know, just different approaches. But I really love Undisputed's one as well. And I like EMMA's one as the way they have the visual effects for Rock. UFC 4 was just kind of like, here's some overlays on the screen, like, and then they turn red and stuff. It's not the same. I mean, technically yes, it's just that's what Undisputed and EMMA did, but it's just like there's not as much effort, not as much thought put into it. I suppose it's sort of just, okay, you're hurt, here's when it's red. Like, it's just, I don't know. I thought they could have done more to stylize it. I guess in a different way, you know. They could have shown that the fighter was hurt more through the visuals than just colors. Do you know what I mean? And some sound effects. I think they could have done a better job. Like, you know, EMMA, it sort of went, the screen started closing in, but it was you know, there was a blue hue, and it was, I think, maybe slightly out of, well, there was a flash when you got hurt, I remember that. But just, oh shit, it's hard, man. It's fucking, this is it, it's over, I've lost. Walker's got me. Yep. Man, it is fucking tricky to keep a train of thought when I'm trying to play, and vice versa, commentate. But yeah, the way EMMA did it and the way Undisputed did it, I think just firstly I found really cool. And I would have liked to see something more like that in EA UFC. But for the first 3 games, they chose to go for a more realistic approach in that there was no visual effect on the screen. But then for 4, they went for a stylized look, a bit more like Undisputed and EMMA. But I just don't think, personally, it just didn't look like it looked like on a purely graphic design level, it looked fine. But I just don't think it could have been cooler. You know what I mean? Could have been better. But anyway, goes for a lot of things in EA UFC. Anyway, Johnny Walker getting the snake out of there with that anti-venom. Speaking of venom, with the shirt there. But yeah, it was a fun one. Try to go for the clinch. I should have faked, I think, a bit more in the clinch to get him to attempt to catch, but well. Johnny did a good job. He stayed in there. We didn't land anything massive, but I think it just accumulated damage from Johnny, and eventually Diabate was, well, the ref was forced to stop the fight. But yeah, this was fun. I'm actually going to record another few here, so I can release them over the next few days. Sorry about that. And yeah, look at that. I love this as well. That I'll let you watch the highlights here. Man, I did not do a lot of damage at all. But I mean, I should have probably gone to the body more as well. I didn't do much damage at all. Should have gone for more body kicks. But anyway, yeah. Just on that last point, I do wish there were more Undisputed or EMMA style rocked moments. Or if you're not going to do that, maybe go for a more realistic. I don't know. It's tricky. Like, you don't really want to mocap finish the fight. You know, this is a topic for another video. Let me stop rambling. I might make a video on this at some point. Anyway, because I'm going to go on this forever if I don't stop. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, let me know if you want me to keep the intros or not. For now, I'm gonna skip them. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friends.